let's dive right in. I want to go get some updates on the jobs here. So, Juan, tell me about Vetted, where we are. Give me an update on that.
We also got Lewis completed everything in the bow that he needed to complete. So basically, he's just got the electronics that he's working on, all the Ray Marine stuff.
Will he be back here when to do that?
Supposed to be back today.
Okay.
Sixto is just gonna buff another area that Mark saw.
All right, I'm a little bit perturbed because, you know, quality control. We're putting in a vent and we're about 2.5 inches. Everybody says it's good, leave it alone, stop OCDing on it, let it be, let it be, let it be. Guess what? Let it be for now. Later it'll come back. It's not really 2-3 inches. I mean, it's about 1.5 inches.
Even last time, leave it. That's fine.
Oh my God, it's not right. But whatever. All right.
Let's leave it.
You know, a jockey beats a dead horse, man. He ain't going nowhere, right?
Leave it. If Dennis has any complaints, I'll take the hit on it. You tell him it's on me.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Awesome.
It's on me.
All right, Juan. I'm gonna throw you under the bus. You can't wait.
Juan, tell me about Stu's special. How about the countertops for the courts we just finished putting in?
We're doing all new countertops. We're using special quartz that will actually withstand a lot of force. We want to make sure it doesn't break. So here we have the first piece. It's just a drop-in. It's actually a removable piece, so it can't be glued in. Look at that, drop right in like a glove. That looks beautiful.
When we set this piece, what we do is we shim it to the right height and we use an epoxy that dries within 2 or 3 minutes so that it holds the right height so that the glue underneath has the time to cure at the perfect height so that the rest of the parts that have been pre-made for the yacht fit correctly.
Mark, tell me about Arcadia. I know it just came in yesterday and got pulled out. So what have we gotten done on there? What's the schedule? How you feeling about the project?
So that's the purpose of the dive, is to make sure that there's transducers that send a signal down for depth. And that's what they're doing, is placing the straps in the proper positioning so that they don't crush or damage the transducers. So on this boat, we got a lot of detail that we're gonna do. Some pump work that we have to deal with, anchor chain replacement, drive line components that need to be checked and replaced, a couple of lights that have to be replaced. We're going to try to turn this one around in a week and a half. I'm sure we can do it. Once it's out of the water, we'll get all hands on deck, paint the bottom, get it done as quick as possible.
Mr. Foster and I go back to 1989. So we've been there for each other throughout 31 years. Dennis Foster is a man of his word. He's a man of integrity and character, which are unseen in the business world, especially in this industry. And I've watched him from literally a van down by the river, and now watching him being in the center of Lauderdale Marine Center, which is pretty much the epicenter of the mega yacht industry. So I've watched him mature as an individual, as a father, as a businessman, and as somebody to be respected.
Dennis Foster in this area and probably throughout Florida and America is the man that you want to go see. I met Dennis 3 years ago. Every time I meet him, I laugh and realize why people come see him. Straight shooter, gets the job done and gets it done right.
Dennis will go the extra mile. You know, one time he literally put candles through a boat. He did a lot of work, but when the two guys that owned the boat came to Fort Lauderdale to see their finished product, you know, Dennis had the candles in the boat, had the TVs on, you know, lowered the brightness. It was like an evening ambiance, very opulent. Dennis did a fabulous job. He was so proud of it. So that's what a broker needs in his hip pocket to be successful.
Dennis is ever present and full of passion. He's got a great work ethic, you know. His guys get on it, they make it right. If it's not right, they're gonna make it right. Foster's Yachts always delivers.
Dennis Foster, God, I've known Dennis Foster for a very long time. You know, we're working together doing thermal imaging. I can give him an image and it can have an area of the boat that is, you know, naturally damaged. He can look at the image without me telling him and figured out that, oh, okay, well, that repair needs to go this far forward and this far high up, and I have to cut it this way. It has to be this way or no way. Even if he can't, he's gonna figure out a way to do it.
I've explained to my buyers that this is the guy to go to. You know, of all the repair yards and people that can do this kind of repair, Dennis is going to be the guy to go to. You know, his expertise and his dedication to extremely good repair is second to none.
So here we are with my buddy Kurt Marola, and he has put a lot of time into this. How long?
This one I've had about 4 years. We met probably 30 years ago. I watched Dennis's repair and his crew go through this particular boat and found his work to be exemplary. I did a little running boards with an old surfboard that I cut in half.
Dice. I see there's like a little water gun here.
Little water gun.
Let me out, guys.
Right.
Can I get out of here?
Dennis is insane. Yes, we're in the industry. You know, the industry is not just about the work. It's about the camaraderie and the joy of having unique friends. There's 2 different wrenches, and so I welded them on there to be my gas pedal and foot pedal. I am a marine surveyor. I'm basically an inspector for boats, like a house inspector, but I do it for yachts and boats, sometimes for insurance companies, sometimes for bank loans, refinancing, that kind of thing. Somebody was getting rid of a hot tub, and I decided to pick it up and throw it inside. I ran the hoses through the engine to heat it up and make the water come out of the shower at the top and then go back into the tub to recycle round and round and round. My survey business gives me the opportunity to have some spare time, and in my spare time, I have a hobby of building and creating one-of-a-kind unique cars. After building my hot rod, which was pristine and immaculate and a show star winner, I wanted to go the other end, thinking like Mad Max, and I call it Rat Raj. He's been around quite a while, ever since the beginning. He likes to go for a ride and take a bath every once in a while.
Seat back there with some desserts.
My friend was getting rid of this spoon and fork and said, hey, I'll give it to you if you put it on the truck. I go like, so what's the meaning behind that? She said, well, first you have to spoon before you can fork.
Wow. You have to spoon before you get fork.
You can see that I'm a Cancer, so I'm a water person. I cover up for my gas tank. Lock and tackle from an old barn.
Whoa. Look at that.
This is my good buddy Homer Depot.
Homer Depot. Oh, and he's gonna be careful.
Yeah, he got his head. He's into Batman. Got some old bullets from an old belt in case the cops get too close or whatnot. Some wrenches. My favorite thing that I welded, my 2 creatures on the top. Alien and Predator took me quite a while, about 20 hours a piece to weld together. You always have to have a whale tail, Some old gears and they're watching you. This is the very first manual chainsaw. I made the hood hinge to the sides. So I thought, a big cutout, I can make them into teeth. My dipstick sword, to check the oil. You have to have a sword dipstick. Barn door hinges. Had to have a little boating in here somewhere.
That is awesome, man.
This was an antique nail puller. Corn husker, butter churner. Here's a picture of my hidden girlfriend. She's in the dungeon.
Yeah. All right, Kurt. Well, I thank you so much, buddy, for stopping by Foster's.
Thank you.
And I'll see you next week.
All righty.
You got it.
Take care.
What a nice, happy little moment it was. 2 old friends getting a chance to catch up with each other. But as we know by now, the climate around here can be sunshine and rainbows one minute, then rain down chaos of biblical proportions the next. And no, I'm not talking about the South Florida weather. Back in the office, Dennis has called the owner of Aria to go over the shocking news they uncovered during the last visit and offer up a few interesting options moving forward.
Hey, Brad, how you doing, man?
Hey, Brad.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you been today?
Buddy? How you doing, man? Good?
Would you like some coffee, water?
No. The last thing I need to go is faster. I feel like I'm being called into the principal's office. You guys are too quiet.
When has a situation like this ever gone well? There has been a storm quietly brewing, and we can all feel it's about to make landfall. Things are about to get bad. But how bad? Will Dennis's OCD and passion for perfection blow the already tight budget for Aria right off the map?
being a little difficult, isn't he?
I see what you're doing. You're a shrewd businessman.
Is this the end of the line for poor Juan? How can he possibly handle the pressure of these two large personalities coming to a titanic clash of titans?
You can't just go get anybody to deal with molded non-skid. That has to be a specialist.
No, you said that in the beginning.
And have to reel him in from his own insanity and bring him back to reality?
I came up here because you guys are artists. You guys do custom work.
Correct.
You guys think outside of the box. Slow down a little bit. Give me a little bit of an education. Am I still going to be able to splash on February 20th and get back the keys so
Well,
that I can make enough money to pay your bills?
We'll have to see what kind of work keeps getting added to the schedule and to the budget.